Welcome to this video about cognitive behavioral therapy, also known as CBT. CBT is a form of therapy that helps people manage their mental health by changing the way they think and act. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what CBT is, how it works, and how it can help improve your life. So, whether you're here to learn for yourself or someone else, let's dive in. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is a widely used type of talking therapy. It focuses on the idea that our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are all connected. When we think in negative ways, it can lead to bad feelings and unhealthy actions. But here's the good news. By changing those thoughts, we can improve how we feel and behave. Take a moment to think about a time when you had a negative thought. Maybe you thought, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough." How did that make you feel? Did it change what you decided to do next? CBT is all about catching these thoughts, challenging them, and turning them into more positive and helpful thoughts. CBT places a lot of emphasis on your thoughts. But why? It's because thoughts shape how we see the world. Imagine you're walking into a room of people and your first thought is, "Everyone's judging me." That thought will likely make you feel anxious or nervous. On the other hand, if you walk in thinking, "Everyone is just here to enjoy themselves," you'll probably feel much more relaxed. Think about a time when your thoughts changed how you felt about a situation. Maybe you worried before a test, thinking, "I'll fail." But then later realized you were prepared. How did your thoughts affect your mood and actions? In CBT, we call these negative thought patterns cognitive distortions. These are exaggerated, untrue, or unhelpful ways of thinking. There are many types of cognitive distortions that people commonly experience. Let's go over some of the most common ones. All or nothing thinking. This is when you see things in black and white. For example, if I'm not perfect, I'm a total failure. In reality, most things fall somewhere in between. Overgeneralization. This happens when you take one bad event and think it will keep happening. For example, "I failed this test, so I'm going to fail every test." Catastrophizing. This is when you expect the worst possible outcome, even if it's unlikely. For example, "If I make one mistake at work, I'll get fired." Personalization. This is when you take things personally, even if they're not about you. For example, "My friend didn't text me back, so she must be mad at me." Labeling. This is when you label yourself or others with extreme terms. For example, calling yourself a loser after one mistake. Should statements. This is when you set unfair expectations for yourself or others. For example, "I should always be happy," or "I should never make mistakes." Recognizing these distortions is the first step to changing them. In CBT, the process of identifying negative thoughts is crucial. It begins with becoming aware of what you're thinking when you feel upset or stressed. Often, we don't even notice these thoughts, but they can have a big impact on our emotions and actions. A therapist might ask you to keep a thought diary, a simple tool where you write down the situation, your thoughts, and how those thoughts made you feel. Take a moment now to think about a situation where you felt upset or anxious. What were your thoughts? What did you tell yourself? How did those thoughts make you feel? Let's dive deeper into the ABC model we mentioned earlier. This simple but powerful tool helps you break down any situation into 3 parts. AI is for activating event. This is the situation or event that triggered your feelings. For example, someone cutting you off in traffic. B is for belief. This is the thought or belief you have about the event. For example, "That driver is so rude," or "I'm always treated badly." C is for consequence. This is how the belief makes you feel and what it makes you do. For example, feeling angry and yelling or honking. But here's the secret. If we can change the belief, we can change the consequence. Let's try an example together. Imagine you're giving a presentation at school or work and you make a mistake. What would the activating event be? Maybe it's forgetting a line. Now, what belief might you have? It could be something like, "Everyone thinks I'm terrible at this." Finally, what's the consequence? You might feel embarrassed or anxious. But what if we change the belief? Instead of thinking, "Everyone thinks I'm terrible," what if you think, "Everyone makes mistakes. It's okay to be human." That could make you feel more relaxed and calm. Now that we've covered the basics, let's look at some of the most effective techniques used in CBT to challenge and change your thoughts. Cognitive restructuring. This involves questioning your negative thoughts and replacing them with more balanced ones. Ask yourself, is this thought based on facts? Could there be another way to see this situation? Behavioral activation. When you're feeling down, it's easy to stop doing things you enjoy. But research shows that taking action, even when you don't feel like it, can lift your mood. You might make a list of activities that make you happy, like going for a walk, reading, or cooking, and commit to doing at least one of them. Graded exposure. This is a technique for facing fears. Let's say you're afraid of public speaking. Instead of avoiding it completely, CBT encourages you to face your fear little by little. You might start by speaking to a small group of friends, then gradually work your way up to a larger audience. Mindfulness and relaxation. Mindfulness helps you stay present and aware of your thoughts without judgment. You can practice mindfulness through simple breathing exercises or meditation, which help calm your mind. Let's try a simple breathing exercise together. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. And now, slowly breathe out. As you breathe in, imagine calm thoughts filling your mind. As you breathe out, let go of any stress or negative thoughts. CBT can help with a variety of mental health issues. Let's explore how it can help with anxiety. CBT teaches you how to break the cycle of worry and challenge irrational fears. By learning relaxation techniques and changing anxious thoughts, you can reduce your overall anxiety. Depression. When you're feeling depressed, it's easy to fall into patterns of negative thinking. CBT helps you break these patterns and encourages positive activities, even when you don't feel like it. Stress. Whether it's work, school, or personal stress, CBT helps you manage stressful situations by changing how you respond to them. Phobias. CBT gradually exposes you to your fear, helping you feel less afraid over time. This method is called exposure therapy. Panic attacks. CBT helps you recognize the early signs of a panic attack and teaches techniques to stop it before it escalates. Real-life example of CBT success. Meet John. John struggled with severe anxiety about flying. For years, he avoided airplanes, missing out on family vacations and work opportunities. Then, John started CBT. He worked with his therapist to identify his negative thoughts about flying, like, "The plane will crash," or "I'll have a panic attack on board." Through CBT, John learned that these thoughts were unlikely and not based on facts. His therapist used exposure therapy, starting by showing John pictures of airplanes, then videos of flights, and eventually, John took a short flight. With each step, John's anxiety became more manageable. Now, John can fly comfortably and enjoys traveling with his family. The great thing about CBT is that you can use its techniques on your own. There are many apps, books, and online tools that guide you through CBT exercises. Start by keeping a journal of your thoughts and feelings and practice challenging negative thoughts on your own. In conclusion, cognitive behavioral therapy is a powerful tool for improving your mental health. It teaches you how to manage your thoughts, challenge negative patterns, and create positive behaviors. Whether you're working with a therapist or using self-help techniques, CBT can help you lead a happier, healthier life. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope it has helped you understand what CBT is and how it can benefit you.